Hey guys, how you doing today? This is Ken Kaplan from the New England Motorcycle Museum. I'm here with my friend Paul. Paul, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you very much.
Paul has an awesome story to tell us today about a 50-year love affair with this little Honda 50 that he's deciding to put in a very good place, the New England Motorcycle Museum. This is manufactured in April of 1970, Honda CB100. So this coming April, it'll be 50 years old, and he bought it in 71, I think,
Yep,
right?
I bought it in 1971. I've owned it since.
And there's a story here that tells a story. There's a couple of teeth mark on the back right here, and I thought maybe a dog chewed on it in his garage, but Paul, tell the story of what happened with it.
Well, being a youngster and first getting my license when I was 16, I had the bike before that. And you know what perils are in riding a motorcycle. You've got sand and you've got wet leaves and you've got all that. But the worst was dogs. You know, back in the day, there was no invisible fencing, keep the dogs out, whatever. I'm riding down the road. I'm usually very careful. I see a dog coming, I accelerate, I get out of the way and get away from the dog. Didn't see this one coming. This dog came, was literally nipping at my leg. And I managed to goose the accelerator. And when I goosed the accelerator, the dog got past, I got past the dog, but apparently he managed to get a couple of bite marks into the back of the rear mud guard. And I didn't realize that until I had gotten home and had finished riding for the day. And those were the teeth marks.
That could have been your
left.
that could have been your calf.
It could have been my leg, but instead it ended. The bike took the brunt of the.
The bike is in remarkable condition.
Yeah.
The original paint is in beautiful
Yeah,
shape. It's got a little bit of
thank
patina
you.
as you'd expect, but the fact that you could be 17 years old and own something like this and keep it this nice for that long speaks to your character, for sure.
I bought it when I was 14. My neighbor owned the bike. He was the first owner. He had it for a year and then wanted a bigger bike. I ended up buying the motorcycle from him when I was 14. And my parents let me buy it. They told me I had to earn it with my own money, which I did. And I bought the bike and rode it on a private road until I was able to get my license at age 16. So the day I turned 16, I went down, got my learner's permit, and shortly after that, did the skills test and got my license.
I have to say that this is one of the cleanest, most original 50-year-old motorcycles we've ever had come into the museum. I put this in the top 20 for the last 5 years that we've been here. As far as original owner, all the paperwork's intact, original paint, bikes, it appears to be 100% original condition. Are there any items that aren't original that you could remember on it?
Not that only thing other than the battery.
You know,
the battery's been replaced a few times.
as far as a bike
But parts-wise, no. Everything on it is original, including the directional signal here where I put aluminum tape over it because I ended up scratching that up at one point in time, but put aluminum tape on it and didn't buy another part. So that's the original from the bike in 1970.
Well, we will go through and give it a full museum quality detailing. It generally takes somewhere between 6 and 10 hours, depending on how far we go with it. The bike will be washed top to bottom, some touch-up paint on bare metal areas. The tires will be cleaned. They'll probably clean the gas tank and the carburetor and get it running, and then oil the cylinder before it sparks so it maintains its mechanical integrity.
Understood.
But we'll leave it 100% original because it's so rare to find a 50-year-old.
If I remember correctly, in 2005 when I stopped riding the motorcycle, my wife learned on this as well.
That's right.
I taught her how to ride on this bike. I put some oil in the cylinder, as well as I drained it and drained the carburetor.
So you can tell the gas tank's perfectly clean inside. There's no fuel in it. The throttle has a nice return action, so it's not all gummed up from bad fuel. Any oil the cylinder, so that's a hallmark of proper step restoration or preservation before you store it. So he has the original Climber manual along with the Honda owner's manual, the factory Honda owner's manual, and also the title and the return plate in 2005 when he returned the plate. So fully documented. The second owner bike, bought it from his neighbor in 1971, August of 71, which, how many years ago was that now? That's 48 years, right?
40, yeah,
Come on,
something like
50.
that. Yeah, 48. Yeah.
What was your most memorable experience on the bike?
I think the dog chasing me was definitely
One you'll never forget.
one I won't forget.
What's the longest trip you ever took on it?
Well, it was basically a local bike. I don't think I went more than maybe 15, 20 miles out of town. You know, maybe 3 or 4 towns over, and that was it. But you know, it was a little bike. I enjoyed it. I rode it for several years before I traded up and I ended up with a Honda CB550F. and that's
Like the one we had outside there, the engine,
Kind
same
of.
engine, yeah.
Yeah, so
That was
that's
a chopper, but same motor.
understood. So that's what I traded up to, but I couldn't part with the bike, so I basically mothballed it, and then it sat for a bunch of years, and later I taught my wife to ride on it in 2005, and after that it got mothballed again, and I'm currently riding an electric glide. A fire special edition.
Nice.
2003.
Are you a firefighter?
I'm retired from the Westport Fire Department.
Are you a part of the Red Knights organization?
No, I'm not.
We had a event called Rockstock. It was a motorcycle show and music festival here 2 weeks ago. We had 75 Red Knights ride in from their national rally. They were from 17 different states in 4 different countries.
Wow.
I guess they're the largest motorcycle club in the world. They're all ex or retired is a better word, I guess,
Yeah.
firefighters.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you're kind of never X.
yeah, I actually like the ex-wife, but firefighter. Once you're a firefighter, you're always a firefighter at heart,
Yeah.
like a Marine. So you're never an ex-Marine.
Yeah.
You're always or police. So,
Mhm.
yeah, just a remarkable machine. Thank you so much for your generosity.
I rode it a lot, as you can see. I got 8,000 plus original miles on it. So
If you know someone who has a bike like this, or if you have a collection of motorcycles you'd like to see go to a great place and be shared with the world, whether you're just loaning them to us temporarily or donating it permanently, the agreement we have with Paul is this will never get sold. You can't buy this, it's not for sale. If you offer me $100,000 for it, you can't have it. You know, for $1 million, it's not for sale. It's going into the museum, like a lot of the other bikes that were donated so generously by people with Paul have vision that want to see the next generation. I was talking to Kenny when he saw it on the truck. He goes, "Dad, I'm going to sell it." I go, "No, your grandkids are going to see it in the museum." So it's here forever. If you have something that's near and dear to you that you want to preserve for generations to come, whether it's something as simple as motorcycle memorabilia or a picture from days gone by that's special to you, bring it here. We will set it up in an environment where it will be cherished for years to come. So if you have motorcycles you want to sell, we also buy, sell, and trade about 600 to 700 motorcycles a year. So we will sell your collection for you. If you want cash for it, we can do that. We can do whatever solution you need. So if you want to come to the museum, we're at 200 West Main Street, Rockville, Connecticut. We're open 364 days a year, every day but Christmas. So stay tuned, and let me show you a couple other bikes that we're going to be riding here today. So Paul, thanks again.
Oh, you're most welcome. I hope that people that come to the museum enjoy looking at it as much as I enjoyed owning it.
Stay tuned, folks. Later today, we have this absolutely cool Honda chopper that was it's in like an on-off-road chopper with a big ATV tire that we're going to be riding, and we also have a Honda CR80 here that is going to be tested, and this XR 1200 Harley Davidson from the Clint Lauren collection. This is actually Clint's bike. He's just loaning it to the museum. And over here, the Honda Christmas Special Z50 in brand new condition. The KZ900, the Honda XR75, 1974. And last but not least, the Noguchi factory Yamaha YZ125 that's out on the bridge here at the museum. So if you want to see more bikes, or if you want to see where your bike ends up when you come here, just walk across the bridge, past the collection of factory race bikes in the New England Hall of Fame. And this is it, football field long room of vintage motorcycles, starting with the 754 and the 68 AT1 on down the road. There's 2 full rooms, football field long, of motorcycles for your viewing pleasure here. Just come on down. We're open every day. And we have special events here all summer long. We've got Motorcycle Mania coming up in July. That's going to be an awesome event. And we're going to the Mid-Ohio AHMRA Vintage Rally that's coming up soon. So stay tuned. Lots of great videos to come and good things going on here at the museum. So signing off. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. God bless America.